Hi, I'm Litvarski and today we are going to have a look at Immortal Joysticks. These are pretty new custom-made joysticks that are made by Andrew from UK. Andrew is known by the nick Amiga for Mortals in some communities, like Twitch. And let's show you the joysticks. So I bought these two joysticks recently and they are custom made. So one thing you can do is that you can have a larger enclosure. I think it's right about this size, but this is the smaller enclosure he has. This uses a Sanwa stick and also the buttons are Sanwa buttons. There's a slight stagger here, so when you move your thumb, then you can easily push the other button. It's not straight under the first button. And this is made from aluminum, I forget how to pronounce it. And it has nice stripe of this orange here, and it has these plastic little feet, which keep it in place when it doesn't move too easily on the table. And then about the cable, this is braided cable, so this is pretty durable. And there's also a little plastic sheeting for the cable, so it stays in place and doesn't bend too easily from here. And of course, which machine you can use it with. It's any computer or console which has this DB9 connector, which is if it is pinned out like the Amiga or Commodore 64 or Spectrum Kempston interface or Atari computers and so on. So if you're going to use it for Sega, then you have to have an adapter, I presume. But anyway, I bought two joysticks and we're going to test these or show these a little bit. But before we're going to do that we are going to have a little look at the website. So here's the Immortal Joysticks website. You can see that it's immortaljoysticks.co.uk. So here you have a few options. The store has two standard joysticks, the Immortal Hit Stick and the standard Immortal Joystick. These are standard, but you can customize your joystick pretty much actually. So let's go to the specification. So the enclosure is die-cast aluminum alloy, just like I previously said. The arcade parts are, well, the parts are arcade parts, premium arcade parts, such as Sanwa, Seimitsu, Sutso, or what you want to use in there. The Sanwa is the default, but you can inquire about Seimitsu parts, for example, and other parts. The cable is braided, so it's very durable. DB9 connection, zero latency and authentic retro feel. Options, so there are range of color and style options for the enclosure. You can choose the color of the enclosure and the buttons and the bolt up and the braided cable. Then there are two enclosure sizes. There are dimensions. Switchable buttons, so you can have an auto fire button or you can have an up to jump button. So it not I didn't have that button, so I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think it's that you can connect the up direction to a button, so that you can, in the up games that have up to jump, there you can use a button instead to jump. Yeah, auto fire is one option, and yeah, it is customizable layout. And then compatibility with some computers which have the DB9 connection. So for example, Amiga, Spectrum with Kempston, Commodore 64, Amstrad, then some untested systems. Color examples, there are various color examples. So for the ball there seem to be 12 different colors, or 11 translucent colors, and 9 colors for the enclosure, and 9 colors for the cable. And then there's some pictures of the latest builds. They look pretty similar to what I have. Andrew is the guy who makes these, and then in the bottom you can inquire about the joystick. So you can contact him through email, or he contacts you by email, and here you put the options or specifications for the joysticks you want. Okay, let's test the joystick with some games. So let's take Hybrids, which is one of my favorite shoot 'em ups on the Amiga. One thing about the joysticks I don't like is the DB9 connector, which is very tight. So when you plug it in, you have to push it pretty hard to make it go into the port, and when you disconnect it, you have to pull it very hard. So there's the benefit of it being quite not so easy to accidentally disconnect it, but I don't think that's a problem with many of the connectors. So the connector is, I think it's a little bit unnecessarily tight. But then when we talk about how it feels to play with, it's very easy to control, and yeah, you can see that when you wiggle your joystick in a clockwise direction, then you can make your ship go to this different form. And second button crashes the game. But yeah, second button is the bomb and seems to crash the game this time. Never happened before that, for me at least. But it works. And anyway, that was going to be a short test before the other test, which is Sensible World of Soccer, which I consider to be the ultimate test. Because you see, I used the Monster joystick, which has Sanwa parts. I could play any game with it except for the Sensible World of Soccer. This is because the engage distance of the stick is very that was too long when compared to the old joystick I had used, Competition Pro, Tag 2, Chipstick, and what else. The engage distance was too big. That was too long. That was Andrew actually had a look at it and said that it's 6 millimeters when using the Sanwa parts. And so we thought that maybe we can use the Seimitsu parts, because Seimitsu parts have they are made for the shoot 'em ups, not fighters like the Sanwa parts usually are. But so we made the plan of using the Seimitsu parts. But what happened was that the engage distance was the same, 6 millimeters. So Andrew got the idea after that maybe we use the Sanwa parts after all, but we just take an oversized actuator in it. So that was what we did, and Andrew measured it and had 4 millimeters of the engage distance, and that should be much better than the 6 millimeters, especially for Sensible World of Soccer, which I was unable to play with the Monster joystick. Of course I could play at some rate, but I wasn't happy with it, so I always switched the joystick when playing Swash. So that just goes to prove that it's really Andrew really is good at customer service. So that's not going to be the issue when you're buying or ordering a joystick. So this Swash game is really I consider to be the ultimate test. Oh. Okay, finally we go. Finally we score. Goalkeeper just gets everything. Not that. Okay, yeah. That went well. That went well. So joystick has no issues with swash. So the joysticks final point. So the joysticks are very good. The engage I have customly ordered so that the engage distance would be as low as possible. And Andrew succeeded in that. So that's a thumbs up for the joystick, and of course another thumbs up for the customer service, which is perfect. So all in all, it's 2 thumbs up. I don't have any review measurement, so it's just a thumbs up. But yeah, I'm very happy with these. So I'm going to use these instead of my old Competition Pros or Monster joysticks, which I have had previously. And that's it for me. And thank you for watching.